Mickey Thompson, he was the man. He was an innovator. He was the first guy to build a truggy. When everybody said he was insane, he built like a sprint car looking truggy single-seater with these huge custom-made shocks, V8 power. When everybody ran Volkswagens, they thought he was crazy. But he would smoke everybody until it broke.
Yeah, Mickey Thompson, I think of the innovation. I think of that V8 when everybody was racing Volkswagens. And he showed up, I'm not even sure what race it was, and I'm some young little guy out there going, what is this machine? I mean, it was way ahead of his time out there. It was really neat to see that innovation going on in that time.
He was one of my idols. I mean, I had some really great races with him. I had another great race in the Baja 1000, the year that he won it, actually.
You know, I mean, really off-road racing, whether it's short course or desert racing, still owes a great deal to Mickey. So, you know, he was a hero.
He was always an innovator and on the cutting edge of every sport he was in.
Been trying to find this car because I saw a photo of it on Race Desert. It was Mickey Thompson's yellow Challenger, Class 1 Unlimited, and I found it. And it's sitting in a loft in Mickey Thompson's daughter's race shop. Ever since then, it's just been trying to keep it as quiet as I can because this car is, I think it's a huge historical value. It's very exciting for me to get my hands on this car because this car needs to be in the public again. It needs to be built, it needs to be restored, and people need to see this car, and I don't think they're going to believe that this car was built when it was built because it's absolutely amazing.
I was always intrigued by him, and this is before that I started running these tires. We go to the Mint one year, and I happened to draw #1 for the Mint. And Mickey drew about 7th or 8th, and he was in his car, Challenger 4. And everybody told me, you have to look out for Mickey because he's going to come by you. And I went, he's not going to come by me. I said, I'll be long gone. And within about, I don't know, 10 or 12 miles, we're in the middle of the dunes, leaving, and I'm still leading, and just out of the wild blue, that thing passed me. And went by just a roar, no bumping, no anything, just went roaring by me. And that's when I realized that's what everybody's talking about. And I just watched it disappear. And he had a helicopter, which was unheard of in those days. And I could just watch the helicopter fading away. And naturally, I got him. We had 100-mile loops. And at about 50 miles, there he was parked. And I went on and went around. And I don't remember the outcome of the race, but that's when I realized how fast that thing was. It was absolutely, at that time, was by far, there was nothing else out there comparable to it.
Just the V8 powered desert machine, he was the first guy to do that. And he was an innovator. The big shocks. He made shocks like we use today 30 years ago. When everybody used to run little Bilstein shocks, he had this big, huge one.
I think my dad was running a stock Bilstein at the time. I think it was an off-the-shelf shock you could buy, and this thing, whether or not they were actual aircraft shocks or whatever they were, I mean, this was massive. You know, much similar to what we're running today. And for me, that's what stuck out. Yeah, it had wings on it, and the thing was louder than it needed to be, but, you know, it was pretty spectacular. And huge tires, yeah, that thing had huge tires, too.
That car was awesome. It was awesome. So just to get my hands on it, taking it to the next level, to put that car back together and all the hard work it's going to take, and I'm going to have to dig deep on finding people that used to be connected with this car, which I found a couple people, but some have passed away, trying to do it right. Because when I build it, it's going to be race ready. I mean, so if I wanted to go race NORA or any other race for that matter, it could do it, and that's how I'm going to build it.
Oh man, that'll be a lot of excitement to be at the NORA race. I've been meaning to get down there to see that event, and this might be just the very reason I go down there and check this out.
Well, it means a lot, I think, to me, because I happened to race against it and saw it and was intrigued by it in those days, because I loved that. I mean, he had the big V8 in it, it had everything. He had a trophy truck then, you know, and it took us forever to figure all that out. And it means a lot. I mean, I think that the car is so unique that I would love to see it again. And I think it's probably the most, well, any of his other off-road cars are probably the most unique of any in the sport. Those were the ones that were different, that he tried different things. They were, like, as you said, unique. Nothing else compared to him. He was way ahead of everybody.